What's up? Shit, I can't think of anything.
You've run out of insults.
I blanked.
You blanked. What's up, blank?
What's up, beep?
Oh, shit. You know it's bad if it's bleeped on this podcast.
I know. What did I even say? It'd be like the C word.
You don't say the C word?
I mean, not out here. I don't want to say it.
Why not?
I don't know. It's nasty.
Say anything you want. I'll say it.
Go ahead.
Celery.
I really thought you were going to say it. Damn it.
Were you talking about something else gross that starts with a C?
Perhaps.
I just don't get... I'm not a big celery fan.
I'm really not either. This is boring, but I just bought a salad dressing recently and it was just called like something Italian and I'm like, sweet. And I'm eating it and I'm like, oh, I can taste this fucking celery. And then I go look at the bottle and it had like celery seed in it. I'm like, whoa, who would do this?
I used to work with a woman who at lunch, she would, not even at lunch, just throughout the day, she would just chew celery sticks, like crunch, 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 crunch. I could hear it constantly. And after like a week, I was like, maybe I should just try it. Like I haven't eaten celery in a long time. Maybe my tastes have changed. And I took like one bite and I was like, gack, nope.
Yeah, it makes the whole area smell too. Like, why would she do that?
It's like people who eat meatball sandwiches on airplane.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who does that.
But I mean, it just contaminates the whole area.
I know. I felt bad last time we went to the movies. I had a hot pretzel and I had mustard. And I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm going to make this whole fucking situation smell like mustard.
I have a friend. He might be listening to this podcast, but I have a friend who often would go to the movies and is one of those people that would get popcorn, pop, a pickle, a chili dog, a piece of pizza, some nachos and cheese, a pretzel, like a whole meal.
No, I can't do that. That would be like $87 PS.
And then not eat any of it, really.
No, why? That'd be so expensive.
Pickle in a bag.
That's what I should have said. I should have said, what's up? Pickle in a bag.
What's up, big red hot Tijuana Bahama mama?
Oh my God. That was a good one.
Do you know what that is?
No. A drink?
No, years ago, at like gas stations all across America, you used to be able to buy a pickled sausage. And they had the big hot, they had the big red hot, they had the Tijuana mama, and they had the Bahama mama. And then there were certain gas stations that had the big red hot Tijuana Bahama mama. And that was the one you were always on a quest for.
That is going to be a very long podcast episode title this week.
Big red hot Tijuana Bahama mama.
Yep. Oh my God, I hate it, but I love it.
Oh, they were so gross. And they had this pink...
Call me a sausage?
They had this pink sausage juice in the bottom of it. Ugh, it was so gross.
So you called me a sausage.
I did call you a sausage.
Cool. Good talk.
Do you disagree?
Not lately, no.
Yeah, see?
No. Looking pretty sausagey.
That dog of yours was looking pretty sausagey when he took his nap.
He is a sausage. Yeah, what did you do today?
I babysat Toad.
Yay! I was just realizing, I swear, I went in okay, first of all, let me backtrack. I had to go get my hair cut, and I'm like, I don't want to lock Toad up today in the crate. And we had to go to the post office and do some stuff, so I'm like, can you just watch Toady for an hour while I go get my hair cut? So then, fast forward, I was in the kitchen, and I'm like, that was kind of nice. Like, I came home to somebody, and it was, like, didn't come home to an empty house for once, and I'm like, and it wasn't even somebody that I was, like, dating that I fucking can't stand. Like, it was just like, hey, Tenney's here. It was nice.
It is nice. I used to all of my roommates have gone inevitably wrong, just terribly and horribly wrong. But there are moments when you have a roommate sometimes when you come home and there's somebody there and you don't have to kiss them or touch them or talk to them, but there's somebody there.
I know, exactly. That was weird. That never happens. I don't know if I've ever had that here.
But anyway, Toad was good. He and I played for about a half an hour, and then he snorfed down all of his food and then took a nap, and then we started playing again, and then you came home.
Yay. I know, and then I had to drive you home, so I'm like, I'll just leave Toady out while I drive you home. So I I dropped you off and then I opened the dog cam and he did so good. He just laid down on the ground. He didn't even do anything.
Good.
I know I stopped at the bank too and put money in there and came home and he did really good.
It's because the whole time you were gone, I actually just went, you're a bad dog, bad dog, bad dog.
No. 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 He would never believe that anyway. Ever.
You got to chill out or you're going to dog school. That's what I kept saying the whole time. You're going to go to dog school if you don't act right. Straighten up and fly right, buddy.
Oh, geez. He still, I swear, every day stands on my head to wake me up. He won't stop. Like, I think he's still sleeping and I could maybe, like, you wake up. Okay, I try not to move when I wake up so I can just, like, be in my head for a minute and, like, wake up a little bit. And then I don't even know how he knows. He knows, and my eyes aren't even open yet, that I'm awake. And he will come up behind me and stand with his little foot on my fucking temple.
Yeah, it's because he knows your breathing pattern changes, your heart rate changes, but like right as you wake up. And I'm sure he notices all that.
It's fucking wild. I don't get it. And then he goes crazy. He was literally, wait till you see the first time we go on a road trip and then we wake up together. You're going to be like, he's insane. Like, he jumps all over my head. Then he goes to the end of the bed. Then he comes to the head of the bed, then the end of the bed, and just runs around like a tornado and jumps on my face.
An insane dog for an insane girl makes sense. The fact that you have a fucking ice rink outside of your house is unbelievable. Getting out of your car, almost killing myself, wrenching my, like I took one step out of your car, almost slipped underneath your car. It was ridiculous.
I know, and then I slipped. But, okay, so we're supposed to get a snowstorm tomorrow, and I'm not going to do the sheet thing again. Don't you worry. But Eldana sent me one of those things you put over your dash with the little thing, and then you put the little things over your rear view mirrors, and it's like a real one.
Right. Gotcha.
So I'm going to go out there after this and put it on, see if it works.
But isn't it supposed to rain first?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it still might freeze on there.
It's not gonna. I feel like the underneath of it is probably like some kind of plastic.
All right. Give it a shot. I'm just saying. Caution.
Okay. Where? You did the searches are, I don't even know what I'm saying. Our Google searches the other day. So when people are looking for stuff about What's Up Weirdo, what do they search for? And one of the searches was Toad Halloween costume baby.
Toad Halloween costume baby.
What does that even mean?
I have no idea. First of all, I don't think it's related to our podcast. So
what is it?
I don't know. I did search it and see what it brings up. Maybe there's a Toad Halloween costume baby famous on Amazon or something.
It was like the search terms were like, What's Up Weirdo? Weirdo. John Tenney. Jessica Napick. Toad Halloween costume baby. Damn it.
It's so funny. It wasn't even something simple like Toad or Friends or Dog. It's so specifically Toad Halloween costume baby.
I know. What does that mean?
Why are so many people searching for that?
I don't know. Why are they searching for us? We're stupid.
I assume that it's probably, whenever I see stuff like that, I assume that it was something that hit one day on TikTok really hard.
The Toad thing?
Yeah, like when people, like a weird search term like that comes up, like there's probably some TikTok somewhere of like a baby in a frog Halloween costume. You know what I mean?
It could be like from Mario Brothers, like Toad.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know. I'll have to Google it.
Toad Halloween costume baby. Yeah, baby. It's still so ridiculous.
Yeah, I still don't think I would Google it in that order. I'd be like Toad Mario Brothers baby costume, not Toad Halloween costume baby.
But I don't think people still really know, most people, I mean, I know this just from the last job I worked at. Most people still don't really even know how to use Google.
Yeah.
Like I'll tell someone, you know, you should watch Dracula's Daughter. And then like, I'm sure there's people Googling like, what is Dracula's Daughter? How do I watch it on my TV?
I know specifically on Twitter recently, like people have been pissing me off so bad. Like I'll talk about something and I'll say quite literally what it is. And then underneath they'll go, what is that? Like, why didn't you just take the words that I fucking said and go Google it? Why are you fucking bothering me with this question? Like, can you search out an answer for yourself?
The thing that I think is funny is I'll post like a little video on Twitter or somewhere that I know is a minute long. And as soon as I post it, like 5 or 6 people will like it. And I'm like, you didn't watch this shit.
It's not even over yet.
It's not even over yet. It's 1 minute long. I posted it 3 seconds ago. It's got 13 likes.
They're just supporting you or whatever.
I appreciate it.
Did you see that Monster Bar in Omaha?
I did.
It's called the Monster Club, and the inside looks so cute.
It's so cool. I'm going to have so much fun when I go there.
Ew, we're both going to go. Well, I Googled it. First of all, I'm just choosing not to hear your fucking insult of not taking me. Ew, there's a bug. God.
Is it a little moth?
Yeah, what is that?
I saw it when I was in your house.
Did you bring it in here?
No, it was in here. I was trying to get Toady to eat it.
No. Okay, anyway. But no, I Googled it, and it's 2 hours and 50 minutes away from Belvoir. That sucks.
Yeah.
But whenever we drive out west, we can go there.
But I mean, I'm going there.
No, I'm going too.
You're going to my lecture?
Wait. Oh, that one in October.
Yes.
Well, I want to go.
Well, too bad.
We're stupid.
By the way, that you should check that little moth.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I would check your food supplies.
Why?
Because when I first moved into my house 11 or 12 years ago, I saw 2 or 3 of those exact type of little moths. And they had gotten into like my macaroni and my oatmeal. And there were all this little like larva eggs in all of it.
No, don't tell me that.
So I would check your food before you eat it now.
That's fucking gross.
It was gross.
I don't have food moths.
But I mean, I opened up a packet of oatmeal and put it in a pan and started cooking it and looked down and I was like, why is there rice in this oatmeal?
Come on,
and it was moth larva.
Nope. I'm sure, dude, it went up to like 55 degrees today. He probably just unfroze himself and came on in here.
Yeah, and all that larva probably woke up.
You're a fucking larva. Anyway, so exciting news this Saturday on Discovery Plus streaming and Travel Channel, the season finale of Kindred Spirits. You're going to be on there.
I am going to be on there, and guest investigator John Tenney.
The trailer is so cool too, you swore.
I did swear. I even saw an extra clip. Adam sent me an extra clip that no one else has seen yet.
The fuck, show it to me.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't. You were there for the taco party.
I know I was. Okay. Yes, we got to go to, can we just say, they already said, can we say the location now?
Yeah, I go ahead. I have not been told to not say it. We went to Sheboygan County Asylum. Yeah,
Sheboygan County Asylum in Wisconsin. I was going to say, Chip already posted like a Instagram post and he geotagged it, so it's all secrets out. But yeah, so we got to walk around there for what, 4 days? 3
or 4 days. And you had weird stuff happen to you, and I had weird stuff happen. This is the only spoiler that I'll give, and I don't know if this makes it in the cut or not. I mean, I assume that it would. But it's crazy that even after 30 plus years of doing this, like when people start praying, like I'm like, okay, I'm on board. Like I'm not religious, but if this is happening, this is happening, because there's a full-on prayer session breaks out.
Really?
Yes.
Who started it?
I think Chip might have started it.
Yeah.
And then like Adam and I just immediately were like, oh, this is what's happening. This is kind of what needs to happen. So it's going to happen.
Yeah.
That place was super, super weird. And Chip and I were investigating together, and there was some really weird technical stuff that was happening. And I hope that makes the cut too.
And then did you guys do like a seance type thing? What did you do?
I'm not giving away all the spoilers.
Okay. My bad.
No, it's just, I feel like sometimes like people get in the habits of investigating a certain way, and there's like a slight adjustment you can make that I think makes big differences. So like when I do investigations, and people who have done investigations, group investigations with me, they know that like I like people to touch hands like they're at a seance. I think that increases the energy. Whatever makes us a bigger antenna, a better receiver. And so, I've just always been fascinated when people are doing spirit box sessions or Estes method or anything like that. Like they're not touching each other. And so something as simple as that, I think, made a big difference.
Yeah.
And our friend Sarah was there, and I thought it was super interesting because we were in an old psychiatric facility. Sarah is a psychologist. She's a therapist. And so she came in to deal with any entities or spirits or beings that might need therapy in the location.
Yeah. Yeah, there was. So you guys would like film, and then I had to go away because I'm noisy and I didn't want to get in any shots. So like I would just go walk around by myself. And there was one hallway, I want to say on the third floor, second floor, third floor. I don't know. That place was a maze. But that was the only place that gave me the willies. So I went there the one day and I walked up and down it. And there was like old books and medical stuff. So I was looking at some shit. So then I went back to you guys. So then the next day we had to film again. And I'm like, fuck it. The only place I've felt anything weird is in that one hallway. So I went back there by myself and something was banging. Like I didn't hear that noise the whole time we were there. And then so it would kind of like fuck with me. Like I heard it and then it would stop. And then I would walk past the room. I would walk like, I think I walked 2 rooms past it and then it banged behind me. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I had to backtrack. And then I was staring into the room and I'm filming all of this. I have the video that I'll probably post this week.
Did you never post that video?
No, I've been saving it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was banging right in front of my face. Like, and I'm standing right outside the room. So I think the video is like 2.5 minutes long or something. Like I made it pretty long. I swore. I wish I didn't swear during it, but I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh fuck. Like during the whole video. And then I was like, I made the decision to go back to you guys because I'm like, they have no fucking idea where I am right now. This place is gigantic. If something shoves me over or hits whatever, I don't know. I'm like, they have no idea where I am right now. So I'm like, I better go back. So I went back, but.
That was one of the things I've told people a lot. Like, that's one of the things that I don't think, especially with Ghost Stalkers, because Chad and I were the only ones on set at the time. And I've talked about this before. You know, people always say like, well, why don't you, if something weird happens, like I am like, don't want to run away from it. I'm trying to figure this stuff out. But if I'm in a location by myself in a place that I've never been in before and there's no one around me and no one really knows where I'm at, like to run further and deeper into the unknown is the scariest part. Not that you're going to catch anything, but there have been multiple times where I've almost fallen through old rotted floors, you know, run into rooms that are full of asbestos. Like there's bad things can happen.
Yeah, if you had been there with me, I would have stayed there longer, but it was like, this seems to be ramping up. Like the more the video went along, it kept banging. And I'm like, and I wanted to say too, like, we've been in a lot of locations where it's like busted and the windows are gone and there's like probably mice and stuff. This building didn't have anything. It didn't have people in it. It didn't have animals in it. It was like all the windows were secure. It wasn't an animal. It wasn't a person. It was, I don't know what it was. But
they'd actually just put new windows on the building, you remember?
Yeah. But to go back to the taco party that you brought up, yeah, one of the days we were all hanging out, it was like Chip got there because Chip wasn't there on like what, day 1 or 2?
Day 1, he wasn't there and then he showed up. Yeah.
Yeah. So then.
And I think this is the only episode of the season that Chip is in person.
Yeah. Then we all got tacos and ate them outside and had a picnic. And there was, was there bunnies outside? There was something. Was there deers? I don't remember.
There were bunnies outside and there were cows.
Oh, yeah. That was where I almost killed us.
Oh, yeah. That was a bad driving experience.
Yeah, it was the worst one.
Yeah. It was not great.
Me, you, and Sarah were going to the UFO bar.
Yes. And
I didn't see a car coming and we almost got T-boned.
That was my dad's nickname in high school.
T-bone?
T-bone.
It was not.
It was.
I didn't even want to know.
My dad literally had it painted on the back of his leather jacket.
Oh, my God.
Talking about Danny Zuko. It was my dad.
Oh, Grease. T-bone. What if I see him and go, hey, T-bone?
He would probably laugh.
He'd go, what?
My dad didn't wear a leather jacket that often. My dad was more of a prep than a greaser, but I mean, he was a mechanic and a hot rodder, so he did have a leather jacket for that stuff.
Sweet.
But he was very well dressed. His family, I guess at some point, my dad's family had some money. Mm. But then when my dad's dad died, my grandmother drank it away pretty fast.
That got dark.
If you saw a picture of my dad in high school, you would be like, damn, your dad was handsome as fuck.
Nah.
And my mom was so cute, little mousy, like nerdy girl with her cat glasses.
Well, show me a picture someday. Oh, you know what I thought of? This is really random, but I like being right, or I like long.
Oh, shit.
No, I like something where it appears like you're wrong at first, and then after like a long while, it turns out that you were right.
Sure. Very
satisfying, the build of being right.
Yes.
So anyway, so you will recall we were thrifting, I don't fucking know when, and I bought that weird vintage horse care book, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I have my little pile of stuff, and you're like, what did you find? And I'm going through everything, and you're like, why the fuck are you buying a weird horse care book? I'm like, look, first of all, the book is so cute. It's got a horse on the front, and it looks like it would be in a Wes Anderson movie. Like he would just like frame a desk, and there would be like this horse book on the desk. So I bought it because it's cute. So I realized, okay, so I have a tattoo appointment. The stupid Detroit tattoo convention is coming up. I every time I get tattooed at the convention, I swear to myself, I'm not going to get tattooed at the convention ever again because it's a horrible experience. There's too many people there. I always have to go to the bathroom while I'm getting tattooed, and the bathroom is like 8 miles away. And then one of the times I left my phone in the fucking bathroom and it got stolen. The person brought it back. But anyway, against my thing that I said I would never do again, I made an appointment for March 6th with this girl tattooer from Indiana. She's going to fix up my Bean tattoo. I have a Bean portrait that I got like literally when he was like 1. So it looks kind of shitty now, but she's going to fix it up for me. So I'm like, I like when people bring me presents. So I'm like, what can I bring her? And I realized she has 2 horses. So I'm bringing her the vintage horse care book that you made fun of me for.
Doesn't mean that you were right.
Yes, it does.
It just means you bought a thing that eventually became like something you could get rid of.
No, it's cute. She's going to be so happy. It was meant to be.
It only took 2 years.
Probably more than that. I'm excited, though. I feel like she's going to think it's so cute.
I admit it. You were right all along.
Yeah.
It's such a good thing that you bought that horse book.
Yes.
Your psychic powers and premonitory powers are just overwhelming.
I know.
It's not like you just buy a ton of fucking shit junk and then eventually it becomes relevant to something that's happening.
Look who's talking. You get more packages than I do.
That is not true.
I think you do.
Toad gets more packages than anyone.
I know. Toad got a package today.
Non-stop packages. By the way, back to the post office for a second.
What now?
There was a package. We had a slip in the box, and I took this because, the other ones were in the lockers. Mm-hmm. And so we had a slip in the box that I took up to the front desk, and they couldn't find it.
God, why? So wait, you didn't get it?
No, they said come back and we'll look again later.
Oh my God. We have to change post offices. Like, what the fuck? But anyway, yesterday I binged Love is Blind season 2. It's not over yet. There was 5 episodes, so I watched the first 5 and it was really good.
I have no idea what that show is or what it's about.
So I watched the whole first season. Basically,
give me a Jessica explanation of what the show is about.
Okay, so
here we go, folks.
So they bring. Okay, how do I explain this? Okay, so they open and it looks like there's like a. I see it in my head and I can't stop.
We're off to a great start.
Okay, so I don't even know what it would be in real life. It looks like an office building, but there's like these different rooms, right? Like a hotel, like picture a hotel hallway, right? So there's like, I don't know how many, like 10 women and 10 guys. So they go in these little baby rooms, but there's like a wall in between the rooms. And you do like speed dating, but you can't see the person. And they're called pods. So everybody's in their own little pod. So you go on dates with people every day. And I don't know how many days you do it before you have to make a cut. So anyway, so you like make notes about people and tell them about each other. And they're like kind of getting to know each other's voices and whatever. So you kind of hit it off with like 1 or 2 people. And then like you kind of narrow it down. So then when the people pick, they propose to the person through the fucking wall, through the little screen. Like they can't see him. They've never seen him in their life. They propose and then they build it all up. And then there's like this hallway where these 2 doors open and the people see each other for the first time and they already feel like they're in love and they're already engaged and they like see each other if they're what they pictured and whatever. And most of them go surprisingly well. Like, and then after that phase, they send them off to like a vacation together where they like stay in a hotel together and whatever and like get to stay with each other. It's fucking crazy.
So they actually propose?
Yes.
That's
and it's
crazy.
not because they're forced to. They like do it like they want to. I don't even know if at that point you have to propose. But then what they end up doing is when they get to that like runway part where they meet each other, they'll like re-propose so they can do it face to face. But the people say yes again and they're like, you look better than I thought or blah, blah, blah. And I don't know. This season, I thought there was going to be a lot of people who saw the person was like, oh no. But they they were really stoked. Especially there's this giant jock guy named Shane, and everybody's tripping out about this guy. He looks and acts like fucking Gary Busey. He's like a huge, bumbling fucking guy. But he's like, there's something endearing about him. There is, like, Robin. I was live texting Robin and she's like, I need to know your thoughts on Shane. And I'm like, I don't know if this is because I'm exposed to UFC bros too much, but if there's something endearing about this guy, I know they're setting me up to hate him, but I kind of think he's I don't know. He's like a jock bro, but he has those moments where he says really nice stuff. And I don't know. It's weird. I don't think he's as bad as people think he is.
I wonder if you could do that show where you're not showing the audience what the people look like either until it's revealed.
That I would love. Yeah. It's super interesting though. And it's weird because I don't know if I ever pay that much attention to people's voices, but when that's all they have to go of, you start paying attention to their voices. And like a couple of the guys would be like, not so great, but they had like really nice voices. And you could tell the ladies like went for that. I don't know. You know, there's like a disconnect between people's voices and their face sometimes.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a really interesting show, though.
Did you ever have a blind date or go into a date blind without ever seeing or only knowing the person by voice?
No.
I was probably 15 or 16. Mm-hmm. And who knows? I have no idea how. I cannot remember whatsoever. But I got some girl's phone number from a friend. And this is in the time of, corded phones. Yeah. And we talked for weeks and like fun conversations and talking about fun stuff. And just I think I was 15. She was probably 15. No way. I think she lived 20 or 30 miles away. So just no way to ever like meet each other. Mm-hmm. And then after probably 3 weeks, like we figured out some way for me to get halfway and her to get halfway and for us to meet. And it was a bomb.
Oh, no. Why?
It was not good. It did not go well.
That's so awkward, though. Like, especially at that age, like, good grief.
Yeah, it was bad.
Dang. No, I would never do that.
And then we both felt obligated to hang out with each other for a couple hours. Do you know what I mean? Like, ugh.
I've obviously I think we've all met people online and then you meet up and you hope they look the same. Like I've done that, but I would never be like, okay, my friend is going to stay with this person and just be at this place at this time. I'd be like, absolutely the fuck not. No.
I don't trust how anyone looks anymore. Everyone has so many filters on and they're so like smeared and blurred and like make their eyes bigger. And like, I don't trust how anybody looks online.
You shouldn't.
I don't.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, I ordered the new Patreon book for us. I ordered it's called, what is it called? Non-flowering plants vintage book.
Oh, good.
It's going to be so cute. It should be here any second now. Maybe it already got, I don't know. I got to check the mailbox, but I ordered it.
Check the hand of the postman who's laying dead, who slipped and fell on the way to your house.
It's going to be worse tomorrow. Because it's going to rain all day and then it's going to snow. It's going to be like, it's not going to be good.
There's just a postman's arm sticking up out of the snow holding that book. And you're like, thank you.
Thank you. Now I can name my Plantreons. Yeah, so we'll have the early burbs. All of our early burb Patreons will be burbs. And then this next round will be Plantreons. And then we'll see where we go from there.
I was thinking that conversation about blind dates made me think, have you ever been interested in someone? So this is a specific experience, and I don't know how common this would be. I mean, I know whatever I'm saying. Met someone, interested in them. It wasn't going to work out at the time for whatever reason. Years go by, and then the opportunity presents itself again. And then when you try to make something happen, it goes horribly wrong.
No, in my experience, what you're saying, that situation where you reconnect again, it goes way better than it did the first time. Yeah,
there was a girl I was interested in once, and it wasn't going to be possible for anything. And then literally, like, I think almost more than a decade went by, and we reconnected and went out on one date. And I was like, oh, no. this is not anything like the 10 years, like the things that her conversations started with like the first like we're literally reconnected. We've been like talking for 15 minutes, met at a restaurant, and within 15 or 20 minutes, she's like, and that's how you end up giving hand jobs to guys in Vegas. And I was like, this is.
You're like, I don't know if we're the same kind of people. Now that I think about it. I don't know why this reminded me while you were talking of this fucking part on Love is Blind 2. What this guy and this girl, okay, how did it go? This girl, she wanted the jock guy and he went for somebody else. So now this girl's like trying to find somebody else. So the guy, like kind of her second choice guy, he was weird as fuck. So I don't know why it took them so long, but like they're kind of almost to the point where you have to make a decision. He says out loud that he's not religious and she's like, are you atheist? And he's like, yeah. And she goes, why? And he's like, 'cause science. I don't know. And then she goes, it is science. And he's like, oh, it's so awkward. And they're having this conversation through a fucking wall. Like, it's so awkward. So then he's like stumbling over that. And she gets to the next point that she makes is that she doesn't believe in evolution. And he's like dying. And you can tell they're both like, well, this isn't going to work. He keeps saying, you're not going to change my mind and I'm not going to change yours. So then they like leave rooms. So then the next time that you see them, he literally, he's like, I think I was wrong. I think we can get past this. You can like give people gifts. And when they come into the room, the next time the gift will be on the table. He fucking gives the girl his mom's old wedding ring and fucking proposes through the wall after that conversation.
Wow.
Like, what? What?
True love.
That is good television. Like in Netflix.
Is it good television, really?
Ooh, yeah. I would have watched 80 episodes of that yesterday. I watched 5 and I'm like, I am fucking jonesing for more episodes. The next 4 episodes drop this Friday.
What if you go out on a date with a really cute, fun, fascinating guy and you're on your first date and he tells you, I don't believe in evolution, I believe in God, and that's a big part of my life? Mm-mm. You can't get past it?
Mm-mm. No. What about you?
I don't know, maybe. I'm a Virgo. I'm one of those, like, I can fix people.
That's what I was thinking. Like, you would just like, you're like a natural born teacher, and you would just like slowly educate them until they had no choice but
it's slow corruption for sure.
They would have no choice but to grow as a human.
Absolutely turn them into a person I'm not interested in. Just spend years shaping them into a person I have no interest in being with.
That's like that thing. I swear that always happens to me too. Like I'll date a guy and I haven't had that many long-term relationships, but I've had enough. And I swear, I feel like I'm that person where this is probably every girl this happens to, but when they break up with me, they get engaged to somebody else in like 6 months.
Oh, no. I don't know if that's a common thing, but it's a common thing for me. I've had multiple long-term girlfriends tell me that I am the guy that women date before they get married.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like that's come from multiple women who did not know each other.
But then when it goes shitty for them, they come back to you eventually.
No. I mean, sometimes it's worked out well and sometimes it hasn't, but I remain fairly decent terms with all my exes, but I don't think any of them have ever really tried to come back.
I feel like I have people that try and come back and then I'm like, no, we're good. It's probably fine right where it was.
It's probably fine right where it was. Me at my house, you at yours.
Yeah, just leave that in 2014, whenever the fuck. I don't fucking know. Do you want to know the most crazy thing I heard about yesterday? I was watching Mr. Ballin again because that's all I do. Well, I watched it after Love is Blind, but there is this story. Okay, I'll get to it. Why can't I tell stories, bro?
Because you're terrible at it.
Torture for me. Okay, so this basically is just a story of this guy and this lady, and they're out to dinner, and they tell themselves they're going to be there for, I don't know why they were there for 6 hours in the story, but they were there for 6 hours. The lady only had 4 drinks in 6 hours, so that would be out of your system, whatever. So she goes to drive home, gets pulled over, and she's like, okay, I had 4 drinks in 6 hours. I'm not drunk. She blows a .33, which like you should be in the hospital.
Yeah. So she's lying. She's had more drinks than that if that's what she's blowing.
Well, no, listen. So the cop was like, okay, this is fucked up. He's like, you should be on the ground or you should be half dead. You should be in a coma, whatever. So they think their shit's broken. So they go get another breathalyzer and she blows a .33 again. So they take her to the hospital because they're like, this isn't normal. And there's this thing called auto-brewery syndrome where your body ferments carbs. And makes you like drunk on the inside. And people don't know they have it because they're just always kind of drunk off bread. So like you can fix it, you can take medication, but like it's a real thing. And like and people usually don't find out that they have it until they like get pulled over and fail a breathalyzer because they're fucking drunk in their body.
Wow.
From not booze.
And they've just learned to like, since they're drunk all the time, they're just functioning alcoholics all the time.
Yeah.
Wow.
But when they drink, it must be like way worse because they're already drunk from food. And then, so I guess when you find out you have it, you have to take medication and you also can't eat carbs at all.
Interesting.
I know. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
I really learned a lot on that show. Mr. Ballin. He has a podcast now too, Mr. Ballin Podcast. And he's going to have episodes on there that he doesn't have on YouTube's. Oh, you know what I realized? You don't have a jackalope, do you?
I used to, but I gave it away.
I need a jackalope. I like rearranged this part on my wall and I'm like, okay, it just needs one thing. And the thing is the jackalope.
Yeah, I've thought about getting a jackalope back. The one I gave away, I will not ever get back from that person. But, you know, I think about things that I gave away for whatever reason that I need to get back. And every now and then it comes up that I need a jackalope.
I know. I was thinking if anybody, I know a lot of our people go thrifting or antiquing. If anybody sees a good jackalope, a wall one, like not a cute wall one. And some of them are ugly. Make sure it's fucking cute.
Do you have a furry trout?
No.
Have you ever seen those?
No.
It's kind of the same kind of crazy thing where they supposedly come from the coldest waters in northern Michigan. And it's like a fish mounted on a wall, but it's all covered in fur. It looks like cat fur.
I mean, I would also take one of those. But no, what I was going to say was, too, you said, because you brought this up, why did you bring this up again recently? I feel like on something, the taxidermy thing.
Yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, I think, was it on our Zoom when I was talking about the ram on our Patreon Zoom?
Yep.
Yeah, about how I like to have taxidermied animals because it makes me feel better that they're in a place where I pet them and talk to them and appreciate them. And they're not just sitting in like a bar and people are cheersing that it's dead.
Yeah, I used to like have the worst idea towards taxidermy. I'm like, I don't want to have it. I don't agree with it. Obviously, hunting sucks, just personally, my opinion. But it got to, I don't remember why I asked you about it, but I wanted something where I came into a position to have.
I think it was because you wanted the warthog.
I think it was too. And I'm like, Tenney, I want this. And I felt bad. And you were like, but think about it. You don't eat meat in your home and you're an animal lover and you'll talk to it and you'll pet it. Like, wouldn't you want that warthog that's already dead to be in a nice afterlife place than like a house that eats fucking steak under it every day? And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Well, that's what made me change my mind. So now I like taxidermy and they're like my friends.
That's why I like, especially going to antique stores, like finding old ones that have, you know, even the people who killed them have forgotten about them and the families have forgotten about them. But they're still there.
Yeah. I was going to ask you too, is there a way, because I feel like there's a little part of my warthog that's like chipping, like peeling a little bit. Can you?
I might be able to fix it. Yeah.
Well, but is there something I'm supposed to be doing to that? Like, do you spray them? What do you do?
It depends. I would have to look at it. There are, you know, lotions and moisturizers that you can use to keep it from peeling and cracking. But like the ram head that I have is starting to disintegrate and there's not really anything I can do with it. It wasn't taxidermied well. And so there's not a whole lot that I can do. But the goat head that I have is in really good shape. And, you know, just as long as I clean it and keep it in a place that's decently humidified and not too dry, it should stay for a long time.
I think that's probably my problem is it's fucking dry as fucking here. And now and like warthogs already like dry.
You're a dry warthog.
I am. That's what I feel like. You know what I was thinking of the other day? I got really bummed out about Bean the other night and cried for like an hour and like watched some videos of his. But then like we took him for a road trip like a month before he died. And I'm like constantly so glad that we did that. And we went to that beach and it was so fun and he looked so happy. But it was like so weird. Like I was thinking the other night how weird it was that random giant dog was on the beach that day.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that big dog.
I know. I was like, was that like a harbinger, like energy? Like, was he supposed to come take Bean with him? Like, what the fuck was that?
I don't know. I feel like that. I feel like maybe that dog was like coming over and saying like, don't worry, it's okay. Like, we can be without people and it's all right.
I know. I was like really emotional about it the other night. I'm like, how many fucking beaches and lighthouses have we been to? And just all of a sudden Bean's on his last leg and there's a giant fucking dog that won't leave us alone that appears to belong to no one.
Yeah.
I know. That was so weird. That's cute though. I hope that they like had a little message to each other like, see you in a month. I don't know. I don't know. It freaked me out though when I thought about it. Like, but I'm really glad we went.
Yeah.
I miss my buddy. It's gonna be, and then where are we going? Yeah, we have to go to Chicago in May now, and it's like the weekend. Bean's birthday is May 17th, so I was like, well, good. We can just get drunk, and I can not be sad.
No, we're not going to Chicago in May.
We're not.
No, we're going to Grand Rapids in May.
Oh yeah. You right. Yeah. But you know what I mean.
Yes, I do.
I'm on enough beanies. Well, yeah, that's his birthday and his death day are within like 10 days. So I'll have to go on a little bender there for the weekend.
I need to go on a little bender tonight.
I know you wanted to go to the bar.
I did. You want to know how? I mean, I didn't think I could slip anymore into old man mode, but I've been sleeping so badly and I drink a lot of coffee. And so I was thinking to myself last week, maybe I shouldn't be making a pot of coffee at midnight and drinking coffee. Like
right now it's 11:34 at night and I'm drinking a Monster Energy drink.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. And so I was like, maybe I shouldn't. So this is how I've slipped more into old. I went and bought a jar of Sanka.
What the fuck is that?
Sanka is like the original 1920s decaffeinated instant coffee.
Would that be like a prize on? Would that be like something you guess on Price is Right?
Oh yes, for sure. Yeah.
Sanka.
America's #1 instant decaffeinated coffee, Sanka. Now the price here says it's $1.20. Is that higher or lower?
Or then that was probably too high.
You're probably right. But anyway, now I'm an old man drinking Sanka.
What I've been doing is
that's literally like if someone asked you, if you walked up on the street and was like, I have a headache. Do you have any Anacin?
I know what that is. I don't know what that is either. You're like naming the canisters they find on American Pickers. Like, used to come in this tin case with a rat killer, and then there'd be.
Next up on my list is start drinking Tang every morning.
Bro, I grew up on Tang.
I grew up on Kool-Aid.
We were trailer trash, and we had all the Tang.
I think about like when my mom would make Kool-Aid, and it's just like cups of white sugar.
Yeah. Well, we still have to have a garage sale this summer where we can make Kool-Aid and Tang.
Cups of white sugar, just cups of it.
Yeah, those were the days.
Those were the days. Well, you needed it because you were a little kid, so you were running 700 miles an hour down the street screaming.
Yeah.
You need a lot of energy to burn off.
Yeah. We have to do Lonnie Scott's podcast tomorrow.
Yes, I know.
Okay. What are we going to talk about?
I don't know. We ever know what we're going to talk about?
No idea. I was literally just sitting here before you called going, I never know what I'm going to talk about. It's just free form thought.
I know. That's what's good about it.
I know. Remember you said you watched that video the other day of like a podcast pro saying the things that people should do or not do to have a successful podcast. And the not do, we do like all of them.
Yes. Yes. Get good equipment was one of the things he said to do. We did not do that.
They said, don't talk about nothing.
Don't talk about nothing. That's all we do. That's all we do.
Out. I'm out.
Always release your podcast exactly at the same time and the same day every week.
We're out.
That doesn't do that. Mm-hmm. And then the other one, I can't remember what the other one was, but 3 of the 4, that is this podcast.
Oh, they said don't make it like a phone call, right?
Oh yeah, don't make it like a phone call. No one wants to listen to a phone call.
It's almost like they listened to our podcast and just wrote the list from our
I almost, at one point I was like, this motherfucker.
I know, can you at us next time?
So funny.
Sorry, it is our recipe for success. We're not sorry.
All right, I have to go make some Sanka.
Okay, I have to watch more Mr. Ballin episodes and do some crunches.
Oh my God. And watch another racist episode of 90210.
Oh my God, they see the worst stuff sometimes. Oh, good times.
Good times. All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'll talk to you when we do that podcast.
You're not going to talk to me all day before that?
Fuck no.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Toad didn't even interrupt this whole episode.
No, he's turning his head right now.
Bye.